ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। भगवद गीता चैप्टर 2 टेक्स्ट 19। यह एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यः च एनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतः न अयं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते। य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते यः anyone who enam this vetti knows hantaram the killer yah anyone who cha also enam this manyate thinks hatam killed ubhau both tau they na never vijanitah are in knowledge na never ayam this hanti kills na nor hanyate is killed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer nor he thinks it slain is in knowledge, for the self slays not nor is slain. Please repeat. Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge, for the self slays not nor is slain. Purport: when an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident from subsequent verses. Nor is the living entity killable because of his spiritual constitution. What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not at all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is Mahim Syat Sarva Bhutani, never commit violence to anyone. Nor does understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. So, continuing on, this is particularly in relation to Arjuna's case now, that because Arjuna was very perplexed how he can kill his near and dear in the war. So, Krishna is explaining here that actually you cannot kill them. You cannot kill them and they cannot be killed because the souls that are occupying all the bodies of your so-called relatives are eternal. They will always be there, they have always been there and they are continuing now. So in the past, present and future, every one of us will continue to live. So there is no question of actually killing anyone. Nobody can kill anyone. So the so-called killing means that the body is rendered unusable by the soul, so the soul quits the body. So now, as in the purport, Prabhupada mentioned, this does not mean that we go on slaughtering animals, saying that, oh, I am not killing the animals. I mean, nobody can kill the animals because the soul is not killed. So I can still eat meat because I am not harming anyone. Why is it a crime to kill animals or kill anybody when actually you cannot kill anybody? So this is to be understood properly, therefore, that yes, it is true that we can't kill anyone, but to unnaturally, if for example a person is living in an apartment and I go and by force I evacuate him from the apartment, and that is that's a crime. I can't go into somebody's house and ask him to get out from there. So similarly, for a particular time period, a living entity is put in this body, And in this body, he has a term of existence of, say, in this human body, maybe 60 years, 80 years, whatever it is. So that allotted time is fixed. So if I unnaturally stop it, then I am going to be liable for that crime. That is called sin. That's why it is sin. But then, on the other hand, we cannot stay without killing. That is another side of it. Because even if one is a vegetarian, he still has to kill plants. So life, and sometimes when we walk, when we cook, even when we breathe, sometimes the living entities are killed. So how is it possible that we can actually refrain from all killing? That is also not possible. In the fire, when we are cooking, there may be so many germs which may be killed. You see? So there is a lot of examples that can be given where we are killing either inadvertently or we are forced to kill. Because there is the rule of the material world is that what is that? Jivo jivasya jivanam. That is explained. Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam phalguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. Those who are devoid of hands are prey for those who have hands. Those devoid of legs are prey for the four-legged. The weak are the subsistence of the strong, and the general rule holds that one living being is food for another. So we have to eat another living being in order to survive. We can't eat non-living things. You may say, oh, I can eat maybe some capsules. What are they made of? Again, it is coming back to that same living organism, and how long you can survive on capsules. So this is the truth. Jivo jivasya jivanam. So therefore, killing cannot be avoided. Killing means killing the body again. We can't kill the soul. Killing cannot be done, but we can not avoid the destruction of the body of some living entities. Please be seated. So that is the rule of this material world. So now, therefore in the purport, Prabhupada mentions nicely that there are two kinds of killing. See, killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of state as well as by the law of Lord. The key word here is this. Killing without authority, that is punishable. So killing with authority, that is actually in fact rewarded. For example, if I am a soldier of a country and the country declares war, and I am now a fighter on the battlefield and I kill so many, suppose I kill 100 people. So then the country will reward me for that. They call it a medal of honor. So they get a medal of honor for such killing. And everybody praises. Oh, that was very valiant and brave. Now because I got a medal, I can go out on the street with a gun and then shoot everybody, kill another 100 and get another medal. I won't get. One more kill and then I am put in the jail. Why? Because one was done on authority and the other was not done on authority. It was whimsical. If one person I kill, then so much inquiry, investigation, this, that, punishment, so many years. But the more we kill on the battlefield, the more it is rewarded. So killing itself is not bad, or violence itself is not or unavoidable in that sense. As we said, we cannot avoid violence. Either one is a vegetarian or non-vegetarian, we are still killing vegetables or animals. So killing on authority. This is where we are not vegetarians because killing of animals is so bad, it's so cruel. Then it is as cruel killing plants. So how is it different? Just because the plants don't shout or don't bleed, only if it is red and bloody, and then only then it is violence. Sometimes they show in the videos, they give a warning, graphic content in this video, some bloodshed or something. That they term as violence. But if there is no blood, it is not killing. So the principle, it is not violence because it is bloodshed or it is not. It is violent because we are interrupting in somebody's life. Yes, the soul again cannot be killed, but we are disturbing the situation of the living entity. We are forcibly taking out the living entity from that body. We have not put the living entity in that body. What right do we have to take out? The Lord put the living entity in the particular body. He is placing karmana daiva netrena by the authority of superior arrangement. That means by the arrangement of the Lord. What else superior? That is explained in the Bhagavatam. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Karmana Daiva Netrena Jantur Dehopapattaye Striyah Pravishta Udaram Pumso Reta Kanashrayaha. The personality of Godhead said, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord and according to the result of His work, the living entity, the soul, is made to enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of male semen to assume a particular type of body. So, although a man and woman can come together and unite, it is not just on the basis that the living entity actually enters. Karmana daiva netrena, by supervision, higher supervision. And what kind of soul, from where, which body he quit and which body he is entering? No control, we have no control. So this is all done in the background by the Lord, according to His work. Why some people are born in very difficult countries or difficult families? Say somebody is born in North Korea or Somalia. They are starting itself, they are at a disadvantage compared to those who are born in more well-to-do countries. So that is because previous work. Karmana daivanetrena karmana karanam gunasangosya sadasadya joni janmasu. According to our association in this life, what we are doing, how we are associating, that flavor of consciousness which we have developed in this life, that flavor will be taken, and according to suitably we will get a body. One is born in a particular type of family, particular type of country, a particular type of race, a particular type of species. All this is very, very intricate design. And the hand of the Lord, you can understand how intelligent, how artistic the Lord is. How much attention He is giving, minute attention to every single living entity. And if one is a devotee, one will actually feel the Lord reciprocating with oneself. So that is, and everybody will feel like that. See, in this world, if a person is giving attention to one person, he cannot give the same attention to another person at the same time. If he is attending here, he can't attend here. If a person is in the workplace, he can't be at home. If he is in the home, he can't be at the workplace. So we are very limited. But the Lord will give personal attention to every single living entity, all the innumerable living entities, He is giving personal attention. And He knows them very well. Now, only a good friend knows us very well. When I share every of my secrets to him, he will know me very well. But Krishna knows everybody very well. Their thoughts, their deepest thoughts and actions and wishes, everything He knows. We cannot hide anything from the Lord. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. He is the closest well-wishing friend of everyone. Now they are, as we few times we have mentioned this, that with Facebook, for example, they are trying to know the person as much as possible. Likes, interests, what he's doing on the Facebook, and what he's shopping, what he's watching, what he's doing, everything. Who are his friends, what his friends are doing, what is he feeling. There is a feeling also, emoticon, something they will put. Feeling what? Stressed, feeling tired, feeling happy. So how are you feeling? Everything they want to know. They are trying to become the Paramatma. And what they do with that knowledge, intimate knowledge of you, they will just try to sell you something. Or enable others to sell you something. See? Their interest is their own sense gratification. They want to have some profit in this whole business. But Krishna is Paramatma. He knows us very well. He does not need any of these big algorithms, AI. No. His is not artificial intelligence. His is real intelligence. He knows everybody very well without any programming. Or rather, his programming is already there within himself. He knows us so well. Then they are also only trying to know some humans who actually can create an account with Facebook. He is creating. He has knowledge of every single even ant and rat and cockroach that is going on. He knows everything. The plants that are here, for example, the flowers that are sitting on the altar. What pious activity they have done that they have to come here in the altar? Which plants, flowers have to come into this altar? Which cow's milk have to come into this altar? Which rice from which paddy field must come into this altar and be offered to the Lord? Who has taken birth as that particular rice plant? How Krishna is engineering all these things, from where and where people meet, and how everything is happening. It's happening as if effortlessly. And still they say there is no God. This is the most foolish statement of people. When they say there is no God, they have actually no contemplative power to think that how everything is running so smoothly, when it is actually, if you come to think of it, it is very, very complex. Just see rain. It is raining. Oh, we just buy an umbrella and it's raining, bad day. But you just imagine from where the water is coming, from somewhere in the ocean somewhere. If a human endeavor has to be done to do the same thing that the rain does, what he has to do? Tons and tons and tons of water has to be first of all taken out from the sea. How are you going to do that first of all? Okay, done. Even if you have done it, desalinate it first. Whatever is in the thing, all take out first. Pure water, take out. And then transport it somewhere with maybe big aircrafts. I don't know how you're going to carry those tons of water. And then pour it where you want it to be poured. But see how Krishna is doing. There is no tanker carrying the water, nothing. The water is carrying by itself. Clouds. Where is the vehicle to transport this water? The vehicle itself, the water itself is the vehicle. In the wind it is just floating. As if it's like cotton swab. Like cotton, just floating in the air. And with sun he is just evaporating everything. And then making clouds. And transporting it somewhere. And giving us rain. Just imagine how much effort this takes. So how you can say there is no arrangement, there is no intelligence, there is no art. Yeah? Whatever intelligence or art we are exhibiting, we are just what we are doing? We are making a cheap replication of what Krishna is already doing. Like the Apple phone. The Apple phone is nice and very solid phone. Now in the China, some people make fake iPhones. Look like something like Apple, but terrible. Inside all, when you touch it, you will know it's like rubbish. So we are making a cheap imitation of what Krishna is doing already, with a much more artistic and intelligent, in an intelligent way. And for that we take credit. So this is not the way to understand. Karmana Daivanetra means everything is done by the Lord. He is in the background, he is doing everything. We are just instruments. And Krishna is asking Arjuna to acknowledge the fact that you are just instrument in my plan. Don't think you are anything here. Don't think that if you are not here, the war will not take place. Oh, the Kauravas cannot be killed. The whole world would be jeopardy. And no. I have come here, yada yada dharmasya glanirvavati bharata. I have come to re-establish religious principles. You cooperate and don't cooperate, I don't care. My plan will still go on. Why I am asking you to cooperate? Because for your benefit. If you become a nimitta in my, that means an instrument in my plan, and then you will be blessed. So when Krishna asks us to surrender to him, it is not that because he is HR coming and recruiting some servants in the Vaikuntha because there is some manpower crunch. No. Lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevyamanam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajam. Millions and millions of Lakshmis, not one Lakshmi, millions and millions, innumerable Lakshmis are serving him. Here we are asking one Lakshmi puja we are doing, for please give me some wealth. There Lakshmis, millions of them are serving him, afraid that maybe he will be displeased by our service. We should serve him very properly, attentively, with care and attention, with fear they are serving him. And that is his position. So why he needs us? What can we do to satisfy Krishna that he does not and he doesn't even need those Lakshmis, for example? Why they are so attentive and very fearful? Because he doesn't need them. Atma Rama, Krishna's another name is Atma Rama. He is self-satisfied. He needs nobody to satisfy him. We need somebody to satisfy us because we are finite. We are incapable of satisfying ourselves. We are dependent on somebody. Our nature is to be dependent. We can't be independent. But Krishna is Swarat, independent. He is independent in his knowledge. Nobody needs to teach him. He is independent in his happiness. He needs nobody for his pleasure. Everything is independent. He does not need anyone for his maintenance. He maintains everybody. So this is Krishna. So Krishna is not, let's take out that verse. You see, Nityo Nityanam, this is from the Katha Upanishad. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Vyo Vidadhati Kaman. He is the prime eternal among all eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities, and he alone is maintaining all life. One cannot do anything without intelligence, and Krishna also says that he is the root of all intelligence. So, he is maintaining all life. He is eternal, we are eternal. He is conscious, we are conscious. But he is supremely conscious, we are infinitesimally, we are minutely conscious. We are conscious only of our body. And whereas Krishna is conscious of the entire, not only universe, but universes, and all that universes together, millions of them, will only come to the material world only. That is 1/4 of Krishna's energy. The 3/4 of energy is in the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. It is inexplicable how much his influence is. See? So, we have to understand that we are only one insignificant part and parcel. If we think that we are anything more than that, that is ego, false ego. True ego means to acknowledge the fact that I am actually an infinitesimal speck of dust at Krishna's feet. That's all. If I think I am something else, I am a doer, oh I did this, I did that, because of me this happened. Even sometimes in after coming to Krishna consciousness, in neophyte, how he thinks? I made this devotee, I made this devotee. I made him a devotee. Or I was one very nicely I sang bhajan. Or I gave very nice class. Or I cooked very nicely. When I am thinking like that, a neophyte is a very, very fragile position. We can't remain like that. Ego, full of false ego. A beginning devotee, when he's not understanding the fact that actually he's just an instrument in Krishna's plan. Then he thinks he is the doer, kartaham iti manyate. Then that is false ego. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. The nature, she will actually take care of everything. She is making everything happening. Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, everything is done by nature. What is this nature? Nature. They say mother nature. Now who is the father then? Without father, mother can produce children. Why do you say mother without accepting somebody as father? Even scientists sometimes say, oh, mother nature, but they don't accept God. Who is the father then? Who is impregnating this mother that she is producing so many children? Foolish. I mean, basic common sense is missing. Because why? Maya paharita jnana. Their real knowledge is taken away. They think they are very big scholars, PhDs, scientists, Nobel Prize, whatever they get. But they are actually fools. According to Bhagavad Gita, they are fools. They have actually no brains. Brain means, let's see what is brain. This is brains. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan. One who has actually some knowledge, brains. Mam prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me. Knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is, such a great soul is very rare. This is called person with brains. Who surrenders to Krishna, he has brains. Who challenges Krishna or who says that he is not there, these are Vimudha. Krishna classified them as Vimudha, foolish people. So we have to understand we are just totally dependent on Krishna and we are minute, wholly and solely maintained by Krishna. But we think we are sometimes the doer, the maintainer. Oh, I am maintaining my family, I am a breadwinner. But sometimes the breadwinner dies for some reason. But still the family is going on. Somehow or other. So if he was actually maintaining them and the maintainer died, how are they being maintained then? So it is only our illusion that we think that I am the maintainer, I am the provider. This is all our illusion. So in today's verse, it's an important point actually. This slaughter of animals or killing anyone for that matter, it is not condoned just because the soul is not killed. Because nobody can kill the soul, that does not mean we can go ahead and kill. Killing on authority. Krishna is the authority. So we have to accept the Vedic literature as authority. The government is also an authority. But this authority is not telling that animal killing is bad. They are encouraging. Oh, there is nothing wrong. Nobody even speaks about it. So, not that kind of authority. Perfect authority. That is Krishna. If we do such lawful acts, perform lawful acts that are sanctioned by the Lord, then our path is very clear. Why we are learning? See, this whole, the sequence of events before this verse in the Bhagavad Gita was that, see, Arjuna was perplexed. And he came to a point where after even offering all arguments for against the war, he could not solve his confusion. Therefore he said, Krishna, now you tell me what I should do. I don't know what to do. I am not fighting. So he was confused totally. He was lost. So Krishna started, and instead of speaking of war and this is why you should fight, he did this, he did that, that's why you should kill. No, he did not start there. Krishna did not say that Duryodhana did this, remember Bhima did that, or Karna did that, and Bhishma did this. No, he did not say like that. This is why you have to fight. No, he is talking about your soul, you are not the body. Why he is talking this way? Because the root is here. His whole illusion is because he is on a wrong conception of life. Sometimes people come to the temple and pray to God to mitigate their distress. Oh, I have some problem, I am coming for the blessings of Krishna, so that this problem will go away. But actually, Krishna was the one who created the problem for you, correct? As the saying goes, what is that? We pray to God to remove our problem, not knowing that the God put us in the problem to change us. We want, what is that? We pray to God to change our situation. Not knowing that God put us in the situation to change us. We have to change. So if Krishna put us in some problem, that we have to change something. What is the change? That is what actually Krishna is doing here. He is saying, oh Arjuna, you are feeling so perplexed. Oh my goodness. You are my dear friend. Okay, I'll just make this whole war disappear. Let everybody disappear and no war. Nobody here in the Kurukshetra. No. He did not do such foolish thing, Oh, you are feeling painful. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's just remove this war. No. Situation is going to be the same. This war is going to happen. You may feel it is unbelievable, but it is going to happen. And I want you to participate in it. You are not going anywhere, because Arjuna said, I am going away. I am not going to fight. I will just pack my bags and go. That's what he did. 2nd chapter, 8th verse. He dropped his bow, Gandiva. I will finish. I am not fighting anymore. You wanted to go back home or go to the forest and become mendicant. Krishna said, nothing doing. You are staying here. Not only staying here and watching, you are participating in this. You are going to shoot the arrows against them. So the situation did not change. He approached Krishna. Situation did not change. What changed? He changed. The whole Bhagavad Gita is to change us. When we come to temple, ask Krishna to give please, bless me that, this, I have some problem, this, please. We have to, what is the blessing that we want? Suppose, Krishna removed this problem. You won't have another problem? No problem whole life. Will you not die? Will not grow old? You mean sometimes Krishna saved us from accident or what? Some big calamity. We pray, oh Krishna, he saved me. So one day when he doesn't save you, will you still be with him? One day we have to die, no? That day what will happen? Krishna, you should save me. And we die. What happened? Actually one person it happened like that. One person, he was coming to this temple. I think this is way back. I only even heard this story. I was not even here. More than 15-20 years back. There was one person who was coming here and he was chanting and everything. Suddenly, he was not very old. He was maybe 50 something. And suddenly some health checkup and found out that he has cancer and then he's going to die within maybe 3 months like that. And then he gave up everything. What is this? After doing all chanting, hearing, reading Bhagavad Gita, serving in the temple, this is what Krishna gives me. That means there is no Krishna. Finish. Let me go away. You mean to say, you did not have this notice of death when you were born? The moment we have come into this world, the notice of death is there already. Why am I so shocked that when something happens, oh, I am going to die? Well, until now you did not know, is it? You are going to die? You thought you were immortal. What were you thinking? So we have to know the fact that we have the notice of death. We are on the same queue of execution the day we were born. Don't be shocked, and sometimes we say, oh, don't talk about death, it's very inauspicious. Oh, really? As if birth is very auspicious. Your whole life is very auspicious. So much enjoyment we have. There's no suffering. Birth, death, old age, disease, dukkha doshanu darshanam, janma mrityu jara vyadhi. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi, dukkha doshanu darshanam. What is that? This is called knowledge. Nowadays knowledge means, oh, your certificate, so and so has passed so and so from this so and so university, knowledge. Now, this is knowledge, humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego. And this is actually the one I wanted to highlight. The perception of the evil of birth, death, old age and disease. Birth is very painful. We celebrate, oh, first birthday, second birthday, 31st birthday, 50th birthday. We are celebrating our suffering. Oh, I suffered in the womb for 9 months, 50 years back. And I'm going to suffer another after a few years, I'm going to die again, suffer, and entering another womb, I'm going to suffer again, celebrating. Photo and what are we doing? Dukkha doshana darshanam. Birth is, how painful? Mother knows how painful it is, but she doesn't know how painful it is for the baby. For the baby, it is 100 times more painful than the mother. How much suffering is inside the womb. Death. Who wants death? Nobody likes death. Old age. Very, very painful. Not only physical body deteriorates, and one by one we have liver problem, heart problem, kidney problem, stomach problem, bowel problem. All problems will start. Rheumatism, this, that. That is one side. Mentally also we will have problems. Because we are getting depressed. All our friends are dying. When we become old, what will happen to our friends? One by one, this guy died, that guy died, Then I am also on the line coming near. And not only that, when the old men, how young people look at old people when they give advice. Old fashioned fellow, what he knows. Coming from previous generation, he is talking something. What he knows about current generation. And the old man is thinking, I am very wise, I am with so much experience, I am telling you, this is good for you, this, The young people, So nobody cares for him. That is another. And nowadays even worse, they put him in the old age home. Get lost, We want to enjoy here. It is all painful. We may say, oh yeah, they are all uncultured people. I take care of my parents. What will happen to our next generation? What are we going to face? We don't know. The way the world is going, it is not going into a very nice place. The culture is deteriorating like nobody's business. Old age is therefore very, very painful. Psychologically, physically, mentally, everything is painful. And then disease. I am not old, I am young. So what? We are getting disease, sometimes cold, sometimes fever, sometimes this. These are 4 major. Then minor, how many more? Stress, this, anxiety, that thing, I forgot this, so I have to do that, the deadline, boss will say, hey, if you don't do it, fired, That is another stress. That is not listed here. Birth, death, old age, disease. That is another 3. Tapatraya. Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, Adidaivik. These are 4, birth, death, old age, far apart, Between nothing is there. No. Fully, Krishna has arranged a whole life full of suffering. Krishna says, Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Mamupete punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna said, this material world is dukkhalayam. Why? This is a place of misery. Why? A prison is a place of misery. You don't expect to be happy in the prison. This material world is a prison. For all the criminals who have gone against the Lord, and we are all among them. Not that we are sitting in the temple, we are sadhu. No. We are criminals, that's why we are here in the material world. Suffering. Why this suffering is going on? Oh, Krishna put me in suffering. Why he has to put me in suffering? Why he has to give me this life? No. Yes, he gave you the life. But not because he wanted it. Because we wanted it. Just like the judge, he will say, 20 years for you in jail. Oh, his judge is rascal. He gave me 20 years in prison. Is he to be blamed? What kind of judge is he? No heart. He gave me 20 years in prison. Why? Because I have been such a rascal. I asked for it. The judge doesn't hate me. I went against the law, so I deserve it. So yes, it is true that Krishna has put us in this material world. Because if he doesn't put, we cannot come anywhere. We have no ability to do anything. He has to do everything. Yes, he put us, but we asked for it. Not because he wanted it. So we went against the Lord. Instead of serving the Lord happily in the Vaikuntha, we said, no, why can't I be the Lord? When this happened? Since time immemorial, there is no trace. Anadi karma phale podi bhavarnava jale. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is singing. Anadi karma phale. With, Karma that is so back in time that there is no trace of memory. So long I have been in this material world, suffering the results of my karma. So therefore we are here. This is a prison. So now we have to come out of it. If you really see, everybody wants to be happy. Anandamayo bhyasat. That is true. Whether he wants to dance in the pub and fall down and have a hangover the next day, or whether he is meditating, both want to be happy. Whether by drinking, or whether by smoking, or whether by womanizing, or whether by meditation, or whether by prayer, everybody wants to be happy. They take to different recourses for their happiness. That is different thing. But if you want real happiness, then we have to surrender to Krishna. That is explained here. Nayam deho deha bhajam nirloke kashtan kaman arhate vidbhujam ye tapo divyam putra kayena sattvam suddhe yasmad brahma saukhyam tvanantam. Lord Rishabdev told his sons, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. You know what he is saying, how strong word he is using. One who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day. What we are doing now? Working hard day and night. Exactly what the civilization is all about now. Hardly any time. Working morning to night. Simply for what? Sense gratification. Nothing else. Which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. What he is comparing? Who is Rishabdev? He is the incarnation of Krishna. And he is saying this, that even dogs and pigs which eat stool, they even eat stool, you know that? That level of animals also have the same happiness that you are looking for. Krishna is saying. What is happiness? Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samanyam etat pasubhir naranam. Dharmo hi tesham adhiko visesho dharmena hina pashubhis samana. Eating, sleeping, sex and defense. These four principles are common to both human beings and animals. The distinction between human life and animal life is that a man can search after God but an animal cannot. That is the difference. Therefore, a man without that urge for searching after God is no better than an animal. No, how you can say that? We are building big Burj Khalifa and big engineering marvels. How you can say we are as good as dog and pig? What can they do? Alright, fine. Burj Khalifa. What is going on in the topmost floor? Some eating restaurant, something, whatever it is. It is in the classification of these eating, sleeping, mating, defending. No, I am doing business. I have an office there. Yeah, what is the money used for? And what are you dealing in? What is the money used for? Money is used for again the same things: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So, however high we are going, our focus is same thing. If you do the same thing in a different way, it does not mean that you are doing different thing. It is the same thing, just packaged differently. If I package some rubbish with nice, what is that, gift paper wrap, it will look very nice. But inside what is it? Rubbish. Whether I put it naked on the street there or cover it up with nice packaging, it is same rubbish. It is not going to change the taste. Why I am saying? Okay, for example, one who sleeps on a 5-star hotel. Oh, very luxurious, I am very posh guy. Alright, sleeping on very king size, maybe more than that mattress. Fine. The dog is sleeping on street. Now the dog, after it has slept, He does not know where he is. He is lost. He is just in the bliss of his sleep. And this guy, when he is sleeping, he also does not know. He does not remember that he is sleeping on this king size bed in the Burj Khalifa or whatever. He does not remember. When one is sleeping, he does not remember where he is. So how is that affecting the happiness of sleep? Or eating. I may say, I am eating in a very nice, tasty cuisine, I am eating. But the pig is also feeling the taste. He is thinking, this garbage I am eating is very, very tasty. These humans don't know what taste is there in garbage. Pig is also thinking. And we are thinking, pig doesn't know what is. Everybody has their own tastes. And the lion is thinking, how nice I got meat today. Raw meat. Everybody has their own taste. So after that, the body it will go into the body and it will nourish the body. Same thing. How is it different? Actually, there is no difference. But one thing we can do that will distinguish us from the animals is that we can question. That's why in the Vedas, Vedanta Sutra, the first aphorism, the first verse is that Athato Brahma Jignasa. Now that you got a human life, inquire into your nature. Who are you? What has the education, our modern education, taught us in this matter, in answer to this question? Who are you? They have taught us, yes, you are you take out your IC, that is what you are. Your name is this, your father's name is this, your mother's name is this, your this nationality, your this birth, date of birth, all your address is this. This is what you are. This is what is teaching us. Then when after some years this truth, so-called truth, will become false. Because that is not what we are going to be. When I quit this body and go another body, this so-called truth I have been existing in, that's just a bubble, it just burst and I am somewhere else now. Just like now we are here, we were somewhere else and we were thinking, this is my world. And what happened? The world remained, we went out. It is not our world. So it is just a hallucination, illusion. So therefore, we should not, as human beings, we should not waste time in temporary pleasures. First of all, they won't last. Suppose, many times we have given this example. If I come up with an investment proposition that, sir, you invest in my company, I will guarantee you within 5 years, all your investment will be gone. You will be left with nothing. Which guy will fall for that proposition? Unless he is an absolute insane person, nobody will invest in that company. Right? But we are all doing that. We are investing in this life. All our education, all our thoughts, all our actions, our efforts, everything is directed to creating a big castle. But unfortunately, it's only a sand castle. One wave, finish. All done, finish. No more, nothing. So we are creating these illusory empires. Something which we take for decades to build is taken in 1 second away from us. How powerful is the Lord? Mrityu sarva haraschaham. I will take away everything from you. As death, I will come and take away everything from you. You build whatever you want. You say whatever you want. You say there is no God. You say whatever you want. And be very proud of your acquisitions and knowledge and everything. One moment, I can take out everything from you. Those who say there is no God, this, that, who gave them the tongue to say that? Have they created their own tongue to say that even? So therefore, human life is not meant for such foolish life. Rather, Rishabdev is saying that we should tapodivyam putraka yena sattvam shuddhyet yasmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. He is saying that in this human form of life, you have access to the happiness which does not have end. You will never know its end. And you will never know its cessation or even saturation. In this world, even if you are happy, you will stay happy for some time. Suppose I want to get a Lamborghini car. I worked hard and I got the money, I bought a Lamborghini. Wow, now I am happy. What will happen next? I am driving my Lamborghini, stuck in a traffic jam, and I will curse the whole traffic jam. I am sitting in my so-called dream car, I am cursing it. I don't like sitting there. If I like the so-called Lamborghini so much, if there is a traffic jam, I should be enjoying the most, right? I am in my dream car. I can stay longer in my dream car. But no, we are cursing this. What is that happiness? Meaningless. We are thinking that this will give me happiness, but when we achieve it, we still want more. Why we want more? Only when we have a sense of lacking. When we think that we lack something, then only we want more. But if we are totally having everything or satisfied, we will not want more. So how to curb this greed? You actually cannot curb. You should be greedy for the highest thing. Then comparatively, everything else will fade in comparison. What is the highest thing? This is nicely explained. Let's just read the translation of this verse and we will go to that verse. This human form, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity. That means voluntarily taking some discomfort. For what? To attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. So, Anandamaya Abhyasa, we all want happiness, but we are looking for happiness which will only last just a few seconds. And that's it. After that, it's again misery. That's why it is said, these actually sometimes, these verses are sometimes very, very harsh, especially for one who is interested in material life, material happiness. These verses are not at all encouraging. But these are very, very encouraging for the spiritually inclined person. And actually they are facts. They just don't encourage us because we want to be in illusion. That's why it doesn't encourage us. But just try to digest these harsh truths and actually we will succeed. Yanmaithunadigrhamedhi sukham hi tuchham kandu yanena karayo riva dukkha dukkham tripyanti neha kripana bahu dukkha bhaja kandu tevan manasijam vishaheta dhiraha. This is who, Prahlad Maharaj is speaking this. 5-year-old boy. How much knowledge he has, you see. A devotee has so much knowledge. Sex life is compared to the rubbing of 2 hands to relieve an itch. When we have itching sensation, we want to scratch it. The more we scratch it, the more it becomes worse. So sex life is compared to life. See, why sex life? This is the Adi Rasa. In material world, this is the topmost pleasure. Everything else is lower than this. So sex life is compared to the rubbing of 2 hands to relieve an itch. Grihamedhis, so-called grihasthas who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness. When we itch, when we scratch the itch, it feels very nice. Oh, I want to do more and more and more. Until it becomes so sore, so painful, That's how it is. Thinking that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness, although actually it's a source of distress. The kripanas, the fools who are just the opposite of brahmanas. Brahmanas means we're not talking about the caste brahmanas by birth, those are all rascals. Those who are actually qualified brahmanas, we're talking about them, who are having all the qualities of brahmanas. The kripana means exactly opposite. Miser. Brahmana is very liberal. Kripana is miser. Miser means not just, I am keeping my wealth. No. Miser is a person who has so much wealth but he does not know how to use it. Or he doesn't use it and he doesn't gain any advantage from that wealth. That's a miser. And anybody who has this human form has the greatest treasure. Because with this human form you can completely terminate your material existence. But he doesn't use it. He lives like an animal, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and wastes away this entire opportunity. There's a nice saying, when the opportunity of a lifetime strikes, capture it within the lifetime of that opportunity, because it will go away. It won't last. So this is an opportunity in not just a lifetime, but in millions and millions of lifetimes that we have gotten to get this human form of life. And if we don't make use of the opportunity within the lifetime of this opportunity of human life, our entire life is going to be total downhill. We're going to go totally, what? Tamishram, andham tamishram, in the animal life. For millions and millions of years we will never have this chance again. That much this is called a miser. He has so much wealth, this human form of life, but he is not using it. So anybody who is not interested in spiritual life, he is a miser. Not just the one who keeps his money and doesn't give in charity, doesn't spend for his family. No, that's one part of miserness. This is the ultimate definition of miserliness. So, the kripanas, the fools who are just the opposite of brahmanas, are not satisfied by repeated sensuous enjoyment. Those who are dhira, however, who are sober and who tolerate this itching, are not subjected to the sufferings of fools and rascals. What kind of words are used, It is not, we are not using. Shastras, Prahlad Maharaj is using. The Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also uses this word, fools and rascals. So therefore, this is very important thing. So we are coming back to the point. How we cannot be greedy and be contented. How can I be contented when I have, say, I don't have so much riches, but I am taught that I should be content with what I have? How can I stay in that position? Because the mind will always want more. So when they say contentment, to be content with what you have, it is just striking a compromise. Alright, you cannot have it, just don't bother about it. Just live with what you have. That's the contentment they are talking about. But spiritually speaking, actually this is not possible. Because the desire will never be stopped. There will be no cessation of desire. So there is no such thing that you can actually stay content with what you have. We will always, if there is an opportunity, we will always want more. Because there is no opportunity, you will say, let's be content about it. It's like, the sour grapes philosophy. The fox or jackal? There were grapes, in the tree, and they were hanging fox. So this fox jumped to catch the grapes. Could not catch. After so many attempts, could not catch. These are sour grapes. Let me be happy. He wanted to be happy so badly by getting those grapes. If he would have gotten those, he would have been happy. But he did not get it. Still he wants to be happy. So what do you do? Just give some bad name. Sour grapes. Anyway, what is the use of getting these grapes? They are sour anyway. Let's be content with what I have. You see, this is the kind of contentment that is being taught. Asking us to compromise with our happiness. But actually the real way to become contentment will come when we are actually greedy for that thing, after getting which we will not want any other thing, the best thing. You see here, this is a verse from the Shikshashtaka. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us this verse. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhakti rahayatuki tvai. Now here, O Lord of the universe, this is a prayer by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Krishna. This is how a pure devotee will actually pray. He will not say, Krishna, please give me this, or Krishna, you just take care of my family, or just take care of my wealth. No, he doesn't ask all this. I do not, O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, a beautiful wife, or fruitive activities described in flowery language. No, I don't want all this. I don't want name, fame and women, all this I don't want. Because this is what usually men want in this world. All I want, life after life. He is not even asking, I don't want all these things, please give me moksha. No, he's asking, all I want, life after life, that means not even asking for stopping of the rebirth. Even if Krishna, you think that I am so fallen, and actually, no, I know I am no fallen. It's not that whether you think or not. I know I am fallen. I am so fallen that I am nowhere eligible to go back to you. I have sinned against you for many millions and millions of years. How will I be expecting to getting your favor? How can I be so demanding? So never mind. Krishna, even if you put me here in this material world, life after life, I want unmotivated devotional service to you. This unmotivated devotional service is that highest thing. After getting which, even moksha becomes insignificant. In one sense, he is not asking anything. He is not asking anything. He is only asking for Krishna's service. But actually, that is the platform of the highest happiness. Not for being happy. Not that I want to be happy because of this service. No. Because Krishna has to be happy. But actually, that is the greatest pleasure for the soul. That's why he is able to reject even moksha. What to speak of dhanam, janam and sundarim. So he is asking for that highest thing. That's how he is content. He is not saying, I don't want anything, I don't want wealth, I don't want women, I don't want followers, I don't want this and that. I don't want moksha, let me just be here, let me suffer life after life. No, he is not asking like that. I want that unmotivated devotional service. That desire to have Krishna or his service, that we should be greedy about. In the case of spiritual life, we have to be very, very greedy. Krishna bhakti rasabhavita mati kriyataam yadi kutopi labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukrita na labhyate. Pure devotional service to Krishna in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. Only with intense greed. It will be so greedy to serve Krishna that, just like a person, if you see a person greedy for money, he will do anything. He will even risk his own life for money. Sometimes I see these people, there was recently a video, I think in YouTube, somebody shared the link. These two people, they were working in Dubai in a tower which is so high. They were like, I don't know, some 50 floors high or something. No harness, no safety, nothing. Simply walking on the, what is it called? Scaffolding, the pipes. They're just walking. And one slip and he'll plummet, I think 50 floors down. He could have had safety harness, but he's not having it. I don't know, maybe he thinks he's cool or what. He was doing that. And what for? Just for money. There is their life. A thief, he will risk his own life. Burglary. And even, don't talk about thieves. Road, we are going every day, traffic. Something can happen, we can die, While going on the road, it's already a risk. Sometimes we see motorcycle accident, so horrible. What they were doing? Going to work or coming back from work. It is actually a risk. We are putting our lives at risk for money. You may say, it is necessary. Fine. But see how much we are risking just to make our situation comfortable. Even when the necessities are met, we will not stop. We will look for newer opportunities and newer opportunities. You will never end. Not that, I am working only for my necessities. No, it's not true. We are working unnecessarily more and more. If OT means overtime available, take. If side business available, take. Anything, whatever opportunity, take as much as you can build your empire. is greedy. That much greedy we should be, or even more than that, to attain Krishna, to attain the devotional service to Krishna. When I have little bit time, let me come to the temple, do some service. Do something for Krishna. I want to be greedy. When that is there, then this material greed will go away. Greed itself cannot be mitigated. It cannot be stopped. Prabhu, I don't want to be greedy, Prabhu. What can I do? Be greedy for Krishna. Then your greed will go away. Other things will go away. Greed for other things. Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam. Bhakti means anyabhilashita sunyam. Anukulyana krishnanushilanam. Whatever Krishna wants, that I should do. Anya abhilash sunyam. Zero. But not that abhilash sunyam. No. Abhilash means desire. So it is not saying that abhilash, all your desires, make them zero. No, it is not possible. Only a stone can have no desires because it is not living. As long as you are living, you will have desires. And the soul is always living, so it will be full of desires. No, I want to be without any desires. You want to be. That want is what? That's a desire. Even to want a position where I don't have any desires, that is already a want. That is already a desire. To desire to be desireless is a desire. So actually we cannot be desireless. We are not dead. We are living beings. And we have desire as a symptom of living being. How can you have something and don't have the symptom of it? No, I want fire without light. What is it? It's like saying like that, you know. I want to have no desires. Means you want fire without light or without heat. What kind of fire is that? That's not fire. Symptom of fire is light, heat, smoke. These are symptoms of fire. So if I want fire but I don't want light, what I want? It's something like asking like that. So we being living entities, we have desires. Don't try to artificially negate them. No. But redirect them. Instead of desiring my gratification, I have to desire Krishna's gratification. A boy would buy a bouquet and give to a girl for his own satisfaction. But the same flower bouquet you can give to Krishna. Let Krishna smell this. That is Krishna's gratification. That is bhakti. Whatever we do in love, exchange of gifts and all this do for Krishna. If we like, say, take a famous personality, Sachin Tendulkar, for Indians. Take one example. So, if there is something he is doing, everybody will watch. There is some biography written, everybody will read. If one likes somebody, he will do anything to hear about him or what is he doing, what is he doing. That's all Facebook and social media and news is all about. He scored this goal. We glorify that person because we are so attached to that person. Similarly, we have to hear about Krishna. What is he doing? What he is doing? That's what this Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita is about. That is why we have to hear. That attraction to hear about Krishna, what he is saying, what he is teaching. If some big business consultant or speaker will come and speak, everybody, he'll give some nice tips, nice this, and let's go and hear him, what he's saying. Or some Narendra Modi came, everybody went, big man is coming and talking. Like that, Krishna is also speaking. How many people are here? Because why? We don't have attachment for him. We don't know what is good for us, what is not good for us. So, we have to develop that intense greed. And once we have developed that and serving Krishna not to become happy, no, it is not to become happy that we should serve Krishna. It's to make him happy, even if that means inconvenience for us. We have to take that inconvenience to make him happy. Like for example, Prabhupada, at the age of 70, he went to America. You ask, an old man at that age who has never traveled across the ocean to go on a ship, because he did not have money for flight or nothing, he just had 40 rupees in his pocket, that's all he had. And he went on the ship, suffering 2 heart attacks on the way, 2 massive heart attacks that too on 2 consecutive nights. And ship is not, it's not for a 70-year-old. And he went. And then when he went there, the weather was so cold, he never experienced this cold in his life before. And then there was nobody there on the other side who were his friends. Yeah, one person invited him. 1 month stay he got, that's all he had. So much inconvenience for what? To please Krishna. Oh, Krishna's message must go and be preached all over the world. Everybody must hear Bhagavad Gita. Everybody must become happy. They are all suffering. So I must help them. My Guru Maharaj ordered me to go. That's what actually Prabhupada's story is. His Guru ordered him to preach this Bhagavad Gita message to the Western speaking world. English speaking world. So he went, carrying that order on his head. He went, despite all inconvenience. He had no personal motive in that. He would not gain anything. He would rather die maybe in that attempt. But he took all the risk and went. So that is bhakti. Bhakti doesn't mean, oh, everything in life becomes, Krishna will solve all my problems, I will have a rosy, cozy life and I will not have any problems. No. One will get so much strength if you go to Krishna that he will pass any obstacle and he is ready to face any obstacle. Okay, first see this first. The supreme occupation, the verse is, let's read the verse. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme occupation or dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. That is the supreme occupation of humanity. To get loving devotional service to the Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. So satisfying, as we are talking about greed, how you can satisfy greed? You be so satisfied that you will automatically not ask for it. Not that, oh, you have this much, you cannot get that much, never mind, that is all sour. Sour grape. We are not here for sour grape contentment. No. We are here for real contentment. That means only it will get, if you get this ahaituki bhakti. Hetu means cause. Haituki bhakti means coming to bhakti for some cause. Oh Krishna, if you do this for me, I will do this for you. I will break 108 coconuts. You please save my wife or save my business. This is called, some hetu is there. Some cause is there for my bhakti. No, ahaituki. Krishna, whether you want to kill me, you want to protect me, you want to do whatever you want, you are the Lord. Why I must dictate the terms? You dictate the terms. But I will serve you no matter what. That is bhakti. Pure bhakti. So such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Then we will be completely satisfied. Why? Because we as part and parcel of the Lord, just like this finger is part and parcel of the body, if it cooperates with the stomach, work hard first of all, get the money and buy the food and put it into the mouth, into the stomach, automatically it will get the nourishment. Now the fingers, on its own the finger cannot eat the food. No, it has to put in the stomach. Stomach will distribute. Similarly, on our own we cannot be happy. We are part and parcel of God. So we can be happy only if Krishna is happy. Then he will distribute that happiness to us. He will radiate that happiness to us. That's how we become happy. This is the secret. So one must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. This is real devotional service. So therefore, one must come to this Krishna consciousness movement not to become something and not to be distracted by some material, no, only Krishna. Krishna, you are happy. And if you are not clear about it, that why I should only work for Krishna's happiness? Krishna is already happy, right? Why I have to make him happy again? No, it is not that he wants that happiness, as I said. By pleasing him, we become happy. It is actually for us that he is, our constitutional position is like that. Yeah, the finger cannot argue that why I have to put the food in the stomach. Why I can't eat? I am laboring hard, I am doing everything. Why I should put in the stomach? What is the stomach doing? Simply sitting and not doing nothing. The legs are walking, the hand is doing, the brain is thinking so many plans and to do what, and stomach is simply sitting. Why I should give the stomach? If you don't give, you can't survive. The fingers will not last. So therefore, Krishna consciousness is for coming back. Krishna consciousness means our original consciousness. By nature we cannot do anything else. This is our original nature, constitutional position. Anything we try other than this, we will end in failure. Moghasha, Mogha Karmano, Mogha Jnana Vichetasaha. Rakshasim Asurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shrita. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demoniac and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities and the culture of knowledge are all defeated. That's what this world is now. We're seeing, big technological advancement, scientific advancement, this, that. Where it is heading? Where is it heading? What are people becoming? Smartphones and stupid people. Outsource every of our so-called smartness to the technology and become empty-headed here. What are we doing? And even what is smart about the whole thing? Still we are going to have birth, death, old age, disease are not solved. Adhyatmic, adhibhautik, adhidevik miseries are not solved. That means misery is caused by my own body and mind. Misery is caused by other people or other living entities. And misery is caused by devatas like, earthquake, famine, drought. All these are happening still. Where is it solved? Rather it may be amplified even. Because when say social media was not there, few people may give some problem. Now social media is there, they will use the network and then tell everybody, this person is like that, that person is like that. They are doing that. You think what is going on in social media? Not just posting the nice pictures and some videos, messaging is going on, private messaging, all this. It's just amplification. Tools, these are all tools. Whatever is in your mind, whether it is garbage or whether it is gold, that will be transmitted with these tools only. So just increasing the capability will not actually improve the character. Now we are live on Facebook. This whole class is live on Facebook. So this is a capability. Anybody can go take advantage of this and then go live on Facebook. They can do anything with this. But we are using it for Krishna's service. What technology and science is doing is to give the capability or the ability for people to do whatever they want in the greatest way possible. But whatever they want means, what are they wanting? They are doing something which is not supposed to be done. And if you give capability to that person to do that, then you are actually harming, you are doing more harm than good. So real knowledge, real culture, real advancement means to develop the character of the person. And that is possible by Krishna consciousness. Because once one becomes Krishna conscious, then actually all good qualities will come into him. All bad qualities will go. That is also explained in 5th canto. Anyway, I would like to stop here. Any questions or comments on this topic or on this class, on the subject that we have discussed? Anything? If there is nothing, then I will stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. So please proceed upstairs, you can take prasadam.